Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, back with another video, right? And I just thought about something. And I'm going to go with my struggles with the community, which would be symbolic of my struggles with the spirit versus the flesh, the heart versus the mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest, yo, like, I've helped people just out the genuineness of my heart. And I ain't talking about like random, I'm talking like people I was running with or new in the community or, you know what I'm saying, showing up home, boy, we hang together every day, right? And the help didn't help, or they took advantage of the help, and, or act like they got over on me by me helping them in dire situations. So I'm kind of struggling with this. Like, I don't want to help nobody, I want to help my damn self, right? F everybody to some degree, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I was just thinking about in the lines of the community, right? And I'm struggling with this. Escape the plantation, right? And live this life I feel fulfilling, right? That would, for me. But how but it'd be somewhat bittersweet if I escape, but I can't help nobody else escape. You see what I'm saying? Then granted, uh, people gotta want to escape. People have become comfortable on the plantation. You know what I'm saying? And I struggle with that. And I heard a brother, talking about how, like, say your girl got kids by different, or not your girl, but your kid's mom got kids by other men, right? You're not obligated to take care of the other kids, and I totally agree. However, let's say I do for mine, because I'm the most functional, baby father, whatever. But then my daughter has brothers and sisters that I have a good rapport with, right? And they know I'm not their father. But wouldn't it call, like, if I, like say, I'm not obligated to do it, but, but understand the bigger picture and the dynamic between, brothers and sisters and that whole kind of thing. Like, so if we all together, I'm not gonna, like, just buy my daughter something to eat and not get them something to eat. There was an old school joint back in the day. If I can't do for all, I don't do for none. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say I just do my obligation, which is my due diligence. It'll cause a rift between them. And I'm looking at, I want them to be harmonious and, you know what I'm saying? And I already know about the oldest, youngest, middle child kind of dynamic and all that. And I'm really like struggling with that. You know what I'm saying? Teetering the fence. Even in relation to, let's say, black women. Like they say, don't save them, they don't want to be saved. And I fully agree. Right? Um, but do I try in the sense of like giving out the knowledge that I know to be true? Like take at the job, for instance, right? Various black women, various ages. And I let them, right, not like, on the, super authoritative tip, but just on the like, nah, about whatever topic we talking about, da da da. And I've shown my credibility. I've shown my leadership, hence being promoted to a leadership position. You know what I'm saying? People felt comfortable coming to me, with work issues, personal issues, and I gave them good advice. Even to this day, I'm still, even though I don't work there, I'm still everybody's, like, unofficial counselor behind the scenes, right? Which if I got some good knowledge or information that I know to be true, because I ain't no bamboozler, and I don't want to be on earth leading people astray. I don't feel like no hellified Negro like that. And I know it to be true, and what I'm saying, da da da. But I haven't, and I guess, and granted, I understand it took me a minute to grow or to evolve to this current point. But I'm like, what's the point in doing all that? And everybody I gave this verse advice to them went backward. One girl got a sex tape out there. The other one got married to a drug addict. Like they're all going backwards. The girl I personally dealt with, she relapsed not long after I got with her. After she told me, you know, this was the most harmonious thing I've ever been around. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it just makes me wonder, like, is this a test for me to continue to push forward or in that manner? Or is this showing me focus on yourself, which I do anyway? You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I like to, granted, you can't make nobody do nothing, but I like to see something, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me wonder, like the old gospel song, are my efforts in vain? Like, even with the homeboys that I see now it's starting to get nice, so I'll be doing various delivery orders or whatever I got going on. Then I might break off for a second, drink a cup of coffee, smoke a cigarette with them. And typically I try to get to them like early afternoon before they really get super jiggy. Because ain't no talking then. I can't even understand what nobody's saying. But they're still having the same issues they've had for a decade. But then talk all this yin yang. But this not a talk thing. This a do thing. And epiphany I've come to is the more you hear somebody talk about something, the less they're actually doing it. Such as myself, like the more I started doing, the less I stopped talking, or I started like the less I talk. Cause ain't nobody talking about nothing. Not really. Not in my humble opinion. And it's just like, yeah. And it's just like, it just weighs on me sometimes. Like, ain't I supposed to have this, not massive, but let's say some influence. Like, can't nobody say I'm mad I met Calvin, other than my belief system or calling him out on certain stuff. But I ain't did nothing to him. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Not no ego, but I like to believe I was the blessing. Y'all weren't the blessing. I know 1,000 people like y'all, but y'all ain't never met no Negro like me. And I be feeling like it's just a waste of time, yo. And then from fighting back, and I know, you catch on when you catch on. But to some degree, it's like this, not really so much now, just like this desire to make up for lost time, which is probably one of the worst things you can do, just catch on where you at. But I don't like waste my time now. Like, that's why I don't really be dating, because I feel like for what I truly desire and want, it's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? I might get like her, like we talked for, a few months, just that, for a while before it conjured any kind of attraction on my part as far as like thinking about it. But then maybe I say no more than 2 weeks, it went left. Like she started using, and then, you know what I'm saying, your behaviors change. And then I was trying to get her help, not so we could be together, just for the sheer fact I dealt with you. So why wouldn't I try to help you? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never want to be one of them brothers you fall off or something happen now, act like I don't know you, because that's happened to me. But understand this journey. Once I perceive, and then I get you gonna lie. So I need to take that personal. Using drugs. But once I see after a couple times, like you not trying to get back right, ain't nothing less to talk about. Well, I'm just listening to you and you trying to bamboozle me into thinking some shit gonna happen by words, but you do the complete exact opposite. Oddly enough, she hit me up the other day. So I'm like, whatever. So after about, 20 minutes, I'm like, well, all right. So I called her. Well, she left me a message through somebody else's page. So I said, okay, whatever. I called her. Her phone off. I just blocked that number. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna pop up out almost a year, right? Talking about, you really interested to talk to me, if I would like, please, on this humble type tip. Then I call you 20 minutes later and your phone off. You know what? Never mind, I ain't got time. I don't have time to wonder about shit. It's enough with people. It's enough wondering how you're gonna do this financially or the government and, how they plan spirituality and all that. I don't need. It's like everybody just playing games out here. There's not no time for no game. You let me tell it. And then it's like you're wild or weird or whatever because you ain't about no game. You know what I'm saying? People be blown away by my honesty. And I think that's because like they just be talking but don't be meaning nothing they say. I don't know, but that's just my struggle with the community. And I understand like spiritually or scripturally, like only 2/3 of us are supposed to make it past like whatever the catalyst is to bring us into the tribulation. And that's a big number. And I think only 1/3 of those, don't quote me on this, get to meet Yah in the wilderness and he plead with us and all that. I pray I'm in that number, man. But ultimately, I gotta keep reminding it's his will, yo. My humanly desires for a certain type of lifestyle or, more conducive, it may not be in his will. And I struggle with that, but I don't necessarily, I play around with it in my mind, but I don't, like, move on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, truth be told, I'm struggling. I was tempted to hit one of them little joints up, you know what I mean? That I kind of stopped talking to because her behaviors and whatever erratic. But I know it's an easy bucket, you know what I mean? Like, man, I might well, you know what I'm saying? But I play with a whole lot of stuff in my mind, but I never bring myself to do it. Because my spirit is not really in it. I can't really do nothing my spirit ain't in. Like, my spirit is in, like, trying to construct something, like, you know, like they did, like, with the Black Panthers back in the day, and take on the backlash of the system spiritually and all that. But would it even be worth it? And I guess I had to be led to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It's real in the battlefield. But with that one, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Wow.